welcome back to another video. Okay, so today's topic is all about Kali Yugas and the binary star system theory. This topic is very, very intricate, very just deep. Like there's a lot to it, a lot of information. So this video is going to be very just a layman's term, easy to kind of understand, or I'm going to try to make it easy to understand overview of this topic. Basically, I just kind of want to plant seeds and kind of get this information out there. If you find this information interesting, highly recommend you start doing your own kind of research and deep diving, because like I said, this is a very extensive topic that I am not capable and don't have the resources to give you everything that you kind of need to really grasp what I'm saying. So this is kind of just something to maybe dip your toes in, and if you like it, jump in and start researching, because it is just so fascinating. So fascinating. So I will give you a quick overview of what got me here, and then I will do my best to explain what the Kali Yugas are, what the binary star system theory is, and basically what does it have to do with us, what Yuga we're in, and all that good stuff. Throughout this video, I have a bunch of notes and stuff, so I'll probably be looking at my notes because, like I said, it is a lot and I don't want to miss anything. So bear with me for that. And yeah, so what got me started down this rabbit hole was I listen to a podcast often when I'm like cleaning my house and stuff, and it's called Mysterious Universe. If you're looking for a good podcast that's into maybe a little bit more out there topics, highly recommend you check them out. So fascinating, and they're funny, and just it's diverse amount of out there topics. So there's something for everyone. Anyway, so I was listening to their podcast, and this one in particular that I was listening to was on this book, and it was it was right up my alley. Like I was loving this podcast. So naturally I was like, I have to buy this book. This is so interesting. Like I want more information. So I bought this book. I'm not completely done with the book yet. I'm almost done. But so I bought the book, and I was like in love. Like I'm so interested in this topic and I wanted more. And so I hit the rabbit hole hard, and I started deep diving on this topic, watching documentaries, reading articles. I want as much information on this stuff as possible, because I find it to be just so fascinating. And not only do I find it fascinating, it resonates very deeply with me. A lot of things that I have kind of always just really truly believed in are kind of answered or connected with these theories and with this information, and it's kind of like the missing piece, I think, that I kind of have always been looking for. Like I finally got the missing piece to link all these different things that I've always believed in. It kind of just brings them all together, and I think that's where my passion for this stuff is. So basically what the I will start with, I think I'll start with talking about what the binary star theory is. We'll start there, and then we'll go into the yugas. So basically, first I'll give you maybe, I think how I'm gonna do this. Sorry, I'm like talking out loud. I think I'm gonna do some facts, like what NASA has told us, and then some proof through not proof, but I guess some ancient civilizations and what other civilizations have kind of tried to tell us or have written down to pass on their knowledge to us, what they've said about this topic, and kind of we'll go from there. So NASA has confirmed that 90% of all stars begin as binary stars, and it is extremely probable and likely that our solar system at least began as a binary star system. So the sun is a star. That is our star for our solar system. And what NASA has confirmed is that 90% of all stars at least start. Then it's been said 50% to about 70 to 80% stars remain in a binary star system. So very small amount, the second star or the third star or whatever ends up dying out and it becomes a one star system. That's very unlikely. That does not happen that often. Most stars stay in this binary system, and mind you, it could be trinary, so on and so forth. It's the amount of stars in a system that are brother sister stars is actually unlimited. So there's plenty that have 5, 6, and more stars that are in a system. So that's just facts that NASA has told us. So with those facts, it's very easy to believe or to understand or to think, okay, it is more likely that we have a binary star system than it is unlikely. So in many ancient civilizations, they, I don't really want to use the word worship, but they worshipped or put the star Sirius on a pedestal. Sirius is in a different galaxy or constellation. It's in Canis Major constellation. So that's about I think it was five systems away from our star system is, I'm pretty sure, what, I didn't write the exact figure down. So that's where the star Sirius resides. It is also the brightest star in our sky. If you look up, that bright star that you'll see is the star of Sirius. So many ancient civilizations were obsessed with the star Sirius. And as we probably all know, or maybe don't know, but ancient civilizations were very, very, very advanced, especially in their astronomy and the way that they mapped the skies and the stars. It's almost as if they had to get knowledge from somewhere else. Like the technology they have to be able to view and track stars and planets and the rotations in the systems to the exact is, I mean, it's not even plausible. It doesn't even make logical sense, which it's just, there had to be someone or something that was helping this with this precision and precise knowledge that they had of the stars in our solar system and the planets and the universe. So many ancient civilizations referred to Sirius as the dog star. In Egypt, it was called Sothis. And let's see where. Okay. So, hold on. Okay, yeah. So, NASA and astronomers have not confirmed or denied that Sirius is our binary star. I believe, based on ancient civilizations and messages and knowledges that was passed down through their monuments and through texts and different things that they have had, that Sirius is our binary star. The next thing that leads me to believe that Sirius is the binary star is the exact match of the rotation is give or take about 26,000 years, which matches the Yuga cycles. So the Yuga cycles are the ages. It is a 24,000 to 26,000 year cycle that begins with the Golden Age or the Satra Yuga. Then it goes to the Silver Age or the Treta Yuga. Then it goes to the Bronze Age, which is the Dwapara Yuga. And then the Kali Yuga. And then it goes back around. Kali Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Tetra Yuga, Satra Yuga, back to the Golden Age. It's a cycle that we continually go in. So there's two different theories on the yugas. There's the long year cycle, which is said to last 4.32 billion years. And then there is the other cycle, which is the 24,000 to 26,000 year cycle. I feel like the other cycle doesn't make sense. I feel like the 24,000 to 26,000 year cycle makes more sense with the binary star system theory, and makes more sense or matches more with historical events, and is right in line with the timeline matches. So if you go back in history to things that have happened, the timeline matches exactly with the 26,000 year cycle. So for that reason, I'm just going to be discussing that Yuga cycle. Like I said, if this is interesting to you, do your own research. You could figure out what resonates more with you and what you're into as far as the long year cycle or not. So it is said that each cycle is about 2,700 years, with a 300-year transitional period after each cycle. So the golden age would be 2,700 years, and then a 300-year transition period, and so on and so forth. And it goes descending and ascending, okay? So 2,700 years descending golden age, so the fall of the golden age, a 300-year transition period, and then a 2,700 descending silver age, 300 transition period, so on and so forth. And then you'll get to the Kali Yuga, and it will be a 2,700 year descending Kali Yuga with a 300 transition period, 300-year transition period. And then it would go back up through the Kali Yuga once more, so you kind of double dip through the Kali Yuga, so it ends up being about 6,000 years in the Kali Yuga. But the back half, the back 3,000 years, so 2,700 plus the transition period, will be in ascending. And you will ascend back up through the Dwapara, Tetra, and then back to the Satra Yuga, the golden age. And it is cyclical, right? Okay. So that makes sense, because if you look through history, it exactly correlates with each cycle. So basically, falls of civilizations, Earth natural disasters, and comets hitting Earth, and flooding, the Great Flooding, pole shifts, and the change of the Earth's tilt. All of that directly and perfectly correlates with the yugas. The yugas also are extremely, extremely related with astronomy. So basically, the cycles are following the zodiac wheel, and what it is every 72 years, it moves the equinoxes 1 degree. So 1 degree, that's very minute. So it needs to move 360 degrees to do a full cycle. So you can understand why it takes so long to get through a full zodiac constellational cycle. So it is said that when Christ was born, it was the end of the age of Pisces, and we moved into the age of it was the end of the age of Aries, and we moved into the age of Pisces. So right now, we are not in the age of Aquarius, regardless of what you may have heard from others, but we are not in the age of Aquarius. However, we are getting close to moving towards the age of Aquarius. So it has been written by ancient civilizations and their astronomers or whatever back in the day that the golden age ended when the 5 planets that you could view from Earth, so that's Venus, Mercury, Mars, Saturn, and I believe it was not the moon. Was it the moon? Let me see. I might have written this down. I think I did write this down. Let's see, sorry. Maybe I didn't. Did I write that down? Okay, I guess I did not write that down. But when all the 5 of those planets were all at 0 degrees exactly in Aries is when the golden age has ended. So obviously, if we're moving into the age of, and it goes backwards because it's precessional. So the end of the golden age was when they're at 0 degrees Aries. When Christ was born, we were moving out of Aries and into Pisces. And now we are moving out of Pisces and into Aquarius. So we are currently in the Kali Yuga. And I want to make a quick disclaimer here too, that some of these times and dates may be off and lost through translation and calendar changes and all of those things. But many scientists and astronomers who have studied this claim that the end of the last Kali Yuga, so the ascending Kali Yuga, which is what we are currently in, the cycle we are currently in is ascending Kali Yuga, is in 2025. And then we will enter a 300-year transitional period. Typically, during the end of cycles and the beginning, which is the beginning of the new cycle, so beginning of the Dwapara, so the Bronze Age, there's usually falls of civilizations and major changes, potential environmental changes and stuff. And this is where I don't want to scare people, because number one, the dates could be off, and number two, I'm not saying that a catastrophe is absolutely going to happen in 2025. I do not believe that's the case. But I do believe that we will be seeing fall of life as we know it, for the better, because now, like I said, we just got through the dark part, the dark ages, through 2025. We're getting through the dark ages and we're moving toward the ascension back up into the golden ages. And I feel like people need to know this information. One, to understand that everything is cyclical and that there is no end. There's no end and no beginning. And we are all on this continual evolutionary journey. And just as our souls continue to evolve and go through cycles and learn and grow, as above, so below. It's all connected. And we, even though, maybe our physical bodies only last a certain amount of years, our souls have done this cycle many times. And I guess I just want to say, even though we're kind of in the real midst of the shit, like real midst of the shit, I mean, really look around us, look at the world around us. And like I said, I'm not going to go deeply into it, but basically the Kali Yuga, I might have written this down. Let me see. The Kali Yuga, during the Kali Yuga, men will feel disease, anger, and fear. And I feel like, look around us. What is the collective feeling? What are we going through? And while we're in the shit right now and it sucks right now, we are on the path to ascension. And this isn't just some hippy dippy, we are ascending bullshit. Like, these Yuga cycles have been going on before us and are going to continue going on after us. And this is a reminder to know that there is no end. There is just a continual new beginning. And don't lose hope, and know that from the bottom and from the darkness. You can only go up and towards light. And I think that is really, I guess, what really, it kind of, although it almost seems scary and like, oh, you know, we're at the end of a Yuga, and the end of Yugas are intense and, you know, sometimes have disasters. Humanity and civilization, no matter what, always continues. They find a way and they continue because there is no end. There is no end. It's a continual, spiraling, cyclical journey. That's all there is. And there's one more thing I think I want to share. I want to, I guess, well, okay, I kind of want to show this picture. So this is an awful drawing, but basically this is all the planets and Sirius all doing their orbital dance. And I wanted to remind everyone that everything, even planets, even celestial bodies, are just energy. And cycles are just physical manifestations of the energy interacting. So like, obviously the cycles are much longer for planets and celestial bodies that are farther away, such as Pluto, which, mind you, we're in the middle of America's Pluto return, and it aligns perfectly, mind you, with our Sirius return. That's what I'm going to call it, our silical. Anyways, but so like, if Sirius is our binary star, which I believe it is, and we're making our orbit getting closer to Sirius, that energy, all it is energy. And yes, we're going to have an impact from it, but it's just energy. And when you know how to work with energy and you know how to use energy to your benefit and make magic with it, it doesn't have to be all bad. It doesn't have to be all doom and gloom. And that's kind of the thing. Like the Kali Yugas, so when you're descending, you lose your connection with source. You lose your connection with all of your powers within you. When you're in the golden age, you are connected. And that's why ancient civilizations, Atlantis, had the technologies and the knowledge that they had because they were connected with source. And then as we descend, we lose our connection with source. And when we enter the Kali Yuga, our connection is with materialism and consumerism and ego. And that's when we're in the shit. And now we're moving our way back up. So use our knowledge and understanding of energies and knowing that the planets and their orbit and astrology is just a way to, it's like a chess game. You're one step ahead. When you know the energies going on around you, whether it's from the star Sirius or if it's from Venus or whatever, the moon, when you're aware of the energies that are going on around you, you could use them to your benefit and use them as the magic and the tools that they are. That is what the golden age is all about. That's what ancient civilizations knew. That's why these civilizations were so much more advanced than we are now. Because they understood energy and they understood that the stars and the planets and all of those are tools and forms of divination to help us gain the wisdom and unlock the wisdom that's within us. So yeah, I think that's where I'm going to leave it. Like I said, if this topic interests you, if anything I said piqued your curiosity, do research into it. I did a very, 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 very basic job of explaining to you. This stuff is so much deeper. It has such rich historical, ancestral roots. There's so many different, like, geographers, archaeologists, astronomers, so many different fields can back this stuff up. There's so much that I really encourage people to look more into this topic. but I just wanted to kind of get it out there. So I hope this video helps. I hope this interested you. If you have anything you want to add to it or anything at all, like, comment, share, all the things. Thank you so much for always holding space. I am so, so appreciative of having, like, just the freedom, I guess, to be able to, like, make a video like this and have like-minded or not like-minded people communicate with me from everywhere, and just kind of just to have this space. You know, my mind goes 24 million miles per hour, and it's just nice to speak into the void almost, it feels like, and then, you know, and then have conversations with others. So thank you so much. I will see you guys next time. Bye.